Hi, everyone. Today we are going to learn about cause and effect. It is important to understand how this relationship works. Pay close attention so you will understand the difference between the two terms. What is a cause? A cause is why something happens. What is an effect? An effect is what happens as a result. There are signal words that readers can focus on to help them know when a cause and effect relationship may be happening. I will show you some examples. As a result, so, because, due to, outcome, since, which cause, therefore, this led to, reason, in order to, if blank, then blank. There are different types of cause and effect relationships. Here's the traditional model that shows cause and effect. For cause, I want you to think, why did something happen? What action, event, or decision made something happen? For effect, think, what happened as a result of the cause? What outcome occurred because of something else? Let's take a look at how cause and effect works and what it looks like within sentences. The first cause is the strong winds blew very hard. The effect that had is branches and leaves fell off of the tree. As a result of the strong winds that blew very hard, the branches and leaves fell off of the tree. Our second cause is the boys played outside in the cold weather. The boys caught a cold and missed school. The boys played outside in the cold weather, and this led to them catching a cold and missing school. The cause is not always written first in a text, but will always happen first. Here are some examples when the effect is given first. The girl made a 100% on her reading test. She paid attention and used her strategies. The girl made 100% on her reading test because she paid attention in class and used her reading strategy. The school was able to build a new playground. Each class raising $500 for the school fundraiser. The school was able to build a new playground due to each class raising $500 for the school fundraiser. There are different models to represent other cause and effect relationships. This one represents multiple effects. Cause, you forgot to set your alarm clock the night before. You forgot to set your alarm clock the night before. That might have multiple effects. The first effect is you might run late and miss the bus for school. You might miss out on instruction in class that morning, and you might not have time to eat breakfast. Can you think of more effects? Here it shows there are different models to represent other cause and effects relationships. This one represents multiple causes. Our causes are she fell and got hurt while hiking up a steep hill. She is homesick and misses her family. And she has bad allergies and can't stop sneezing. So because of all this, a child goes home early from summer camp. Can you think of other causes? There are different models to represent other cause and effect relationships. This one represents a chain reaction. It sequences causes and effects. There can be several boxes to this model. It depends on how many changes are happening. So first, you give a cat a cupcake. He asks for some sprinkles to go with it. He will spill the sprinkles on the floor. Cleaning it up makes him hot, so he gets a bathing suit. The causes and effects continue on until the end of the process or story. This one represents a cycle. It continues in an order. There can be several boxes to this model as well. It depends how many steps are in the cycle. So, for example, water evaporates from a body of water. Clouds form and water vapor and dust particles condense. Water falls from the clouds as rain, snow, sleet, or hail. And the falling water runs into rivers, oceans, and other bodies of water. Okay, so now you're going to have an opportunity to share with someone at home or think to yourself each time I show you a cause or an effect. Be ready to share that out. There was a lot of traffic on the highway. That's a cause. What could be a reasonable effect? The cake could not be eaten. What could be a reasonable cause for that? The child was very helpful to his parents. It's the cause. What could be the effect of that? And last, the team came in first place and won a trophy. That's the effect. What could be a reasonable cause? Some possible answers are for the first one, maybe it took 3 hours to get home. Maybe for the second one, the cake dropped onto the floor, could be the effect. For the third one, the child got a surprise for helping, could be the effect. And last, the team practiced every day, could be the cause. Okay, let's continue this practice. I forgot to wear my glasses today. What could be a reasonable effect? A reasonable effect could be I bumped into many things all day. Next example, we couldn't play outside for one entire week. What could be a reasonable cause? A reasonable cause might be there was really bad weather. Example 3, I left my homework and reading book at school. What could be a reasonable effect? I got a 0 the next day, could be a reasonable effect. And example 4, my sister had to get a cast on her arm. What could be a reasonable cause? My sister fell doing a cartwheel, or maybe she fell out of a tree. Okay, take a look at this image. This is the effect. I want you to think about what could have caused this to happen. So think about it, share it with someone at home. If you're watching with someone at home, you can share it out loud to yourself or write it down. Some causes to this effect could be a hurricane caused destruction in the town. Houses were destroyed due to strong winds. A natural disaster is the reason for the damage in the city, or lives were forever changed as a result from the hurricane. So all of those phrases in pink could be potential causes. Let's take a look at this image. I want you to think about what could have caused this to happen. You can share with someone at home, or share out loud to yourself, or write it down. Some possible reasonable causes are maybe he lost a race, so he held his head in his hand. He fell down, so he is feeling disappointed. Or maybe he is playing hide and seek, so he's covering his eyes. Let's take a look at this next image. This is the effect. I want you to think about what could have caused this to happen. So maybe the kids threw a ball that hit the cup and caused the coffee to spill. Maybe dad saw a spider that scared him, so he knocked over his coffee. Okay, so I want you to take a look at this image, and now this image is the cause. So I want you to think about what could happen as a result. What could be an effect that resulted? Well, the woman became healthier, maybe due to exercising daily. Exercising consistently led her to become stronger than before. Maybe the lady increased her speed in running because she practiced every day. So those phrases in blue are possible effects. So take a look at this image. I want you to think about what could have happened because of this. This is the cause. What could be an effect that resulted? Maybe he lost the race because he fell down.
Maybe he broke his leg because he fell very hard. Or maybe his bike broke due to hitting the ground hard. Let's practice some more. Take a look at this image. This is the cause. What could be an effect that resulted? Maybe the city got polluted because of all the trash. Would be a possible reasonable effect. Maybe animals died due to swallowing the trash. Or the kids took a stand and cleaned up since they saw all the trash. Okay, let's move on. We're going to read a short story. We're going to apply what we have learned about cause and effect to this story. I'm going to read this story out loud. Follow along. Anna couldn't wait to go to her best friend's birthday sleepover party. She made her a necklace out of clay for a present. As she ran down the stairs, her brother shouted, "Boo!" and scared her. Anna tripped down the stairs and dropped her gift. The necklace broke in half and she hurt her ankle. Anna could no longer go to the sleepover. "The necklace is ruined, my ankle hurts, and Jill will be so mad at me for missing her party," Anna exclaimed in tears. Now we're going to focus on causes from the story. The effect is Anna fell down the stairs. The causes are she was running and her brother shouted "boo." Those two things caused Anna to fall down the stairs. So you're going to think to yourself, what made Anna start to cry? There are a couple causes that made Anna start to cry. The necklace broke in half, her ankle was hurt, she has to miss the sleepover, and her friend will be mad at her. So now we're going to focus on effects from the story. I want you to think to yourself, what happened as a result? So the cause is Anna was going to a birthday party. The effect was she made a necklace out of clay for a gift. Cause number 2, Anna tripped down the stairs. What happened as a result of that? She broke the necklace and she hurt her ankle. Last, cause Anna could not go to the sleepover. What happened as a result? Jill might be mad at her and she cried. So let's read this paragraph. We need to pay attention to the information it is giving us, and then we will answer some questions. Solids, liquids, and gases are states of matter. When a solid gets heated to the point of melting, it turns into a liquid. When a liquid gets heated to boiling point, it turns into a gas. When a liquid gets to the freezing point, it turns into a solid. When a gas gets cool, it turns into condensation, which is a liquid. Let's answer some questions. What causes a liquid to turn into a solid? If you're watching this on YouTube, you can pause this right now and answer these 4 questions and then see if you get them right. So 1, what causes a liquid to turn into a solid? The freezing point. When a liquid gets to the freezing point, it turns into a solid. Number 2, when a gas cools, what happens? When a gas gets cool, it turns into condensation, which is a liquid. So you can see all the information, the answers are in the text. Number 3, what causes a solid to turn into a liquid? When a solid gets heated to the point of melting, it turns into a liquid. So our answer is a solid gets heated to the point of melting. And our last question, what happens when a liquid gets heated? When a liquid gets heated to a boiling point, it turns into a gas. And that is the end of this cause and effect lesson. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you complete your assignments on Google Classrooms.